I'm a Gambler will be the last one to load. There they go. Turn on the Jets broke well. On the far outside, Dancing Buck has plenty of early speed, and here's Forbidden Kingdom flashing that gas, and he's in hand and right on even terms with the front runner. Daniel's Magic is a close-up fourth, then Tahoe Sunrise. I'm a Gambler in the red, racing in between rivals. Peaceful Waters and Johnny Padres following that pair as they head toward the half-mile pole. Olympic Runner with the white cap. Balnikov won from the fence. Lucky Score is second to last, and at the back of the field is Front Run the Fed. 10 lengths covers them. Forbidden Kingdom, tugging hard, leads the way into the far turn. Has it by about a half a length to Dancing Buck, who puts the pressure on now in second. They are followed by Daniel's Magic, Turn on the Jets. Tahoe Sunrise takes third outside of that pair, followed by Johnny Padres. Olympic Runners caught very wide, turning for home. On the outside, up to take the lead is Dancing Buck. Forbidden Kingdom fights right back and now has his chestnut head in front at the furlong pole. He and Dancing Buck putting on quite the show with Turn on the Jets 3 lengths back in third, and Forbidden Kingdom, resolute, turns away a big bid from Dancing Buck to win the Joe Hernandez. Turn on the Jets, Daniel's Magic. On the scene was Lucky Score trying to complete the super high five. The winner's circle is Santa Anita's Director of Publicity, Mike Willman, who has with him a beautiful portrait of the great man, Joe Hernandez. Mike, they're in the gate. And they're off. King Zog comes out very smoothly. The Giants Candy on the outside. And now Grand Tiger moves up to take second. King Zog back to third, but only about 2 lengths off the lead. Venom is racing in fourth. A gap of 4 to Bluegrass Rider, and Mongolian Gold trails. They have a half-mile left to run, and it's Grand Tiger dueling with the Giants Candy. They're heads apart, 3 in front of King Zog third. Now Venom has lost some ground, 7 or 8 lengths off the speed, 2 more to Bluegrass Rider and Mongolian Gold. Less than 3/8 to travel. Grand Tiger being hounded by the Giants Candy, and a perfect setup for King Zog, and there he goes. And King Zog is coming with a 3-wide bid as the Giants Candy has the lead at the top of the stretch. It's the Giants Candy, Grand Tiger trying to fight back and does just that. And now Grand Tiger has the lead coming to the 8th pole. King Zog a length and a half back in third. It is Grand Tiger by a half length. The Giants Candy, King Zog, and down at the rail, a big run coming from Mongolian Gold, who was so far back, but he's out of time. It's going to be Grand Tiger. Grand Tiger prevails. The Giants Candy and Mongolian Gold was finishing with a flourish. Side. In the gate. And they're off in the Robert J. Frankel, and Angel Nadeshiko wastes no time going out for the early lead. Lakota Spirit, Rebel Girl came away nicely in third. Then it's Luminiferous fourth, about 3 off the pace. Oakhurst second to last, and you're one there at the back of the field. They gallop through the stretch for the first time, and it's Angel Nadeshiko who will be the controlling speed. Rebel Girl a length back second. Luminiferous inches up to be a joint third, and Lakota Spirit is down at the rail. Oakhurst is fifth, 4 lengths off the lead, and you're one there trails. Around the clubhouse turn, and it's Angel Nadeshiko, the controlling speed, a length and a half to the good of Luminiferous in second. That's actually Rebel Girl in second. Down at the rail, Lakota Spirit is in third. Luminiferous is fourth, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Oakhurst racing in fifth, about 3.5 off the pace, and you're one there. Onto the backstretch, Angel Nadeshiko and Rebel Girl have been 1-2 since the gate opened. Luminiferous and Lakota Spirit side by side, third and fourth. Another length back to Oakhurst fifth, 4 off the pace, and you're one there. No change in the running order. Still Angel Natashiko carving out the fractions with Rebel Girl. Luminiferous into third. Lakota Spirit has saved every inch of ground in fourth. Oakhurst splitting that pair, starting to gain a little bit of momentum. And another two back to your one there. They have a quarter of a mile to run, and it's Angel Natashiko, Rebel Girl a length and a half back second, Lakota Spirit called on at the rail in third, then Oakhurst in fourth, an eighth of a mile, and Angel Natashiko with a two-length lead over Lakota Spirit, who's trying to close that gap in second. Oakhurst third. Angel Natashiko takes them all the way under Antonio Fresu to score in the Robert J. Frankel. Lakota Spirit second, Oakhurst in your one there. Fourth, start of the $1 pick six. Post time in 21 minutes. Zimbo Warrior. They're in the gate. And they're off. Good juju. Settecento, those two vying for the lead, joined by Direct Line, three across the track. Zimba Warrior outside of them. And Big Buzz, as usual, is at the back of the field through the opening furlongs, where it is Good Juju, who emerges with a length and a half edge on Direct Line in second. Settecento down at the rail in third. Right next to him is Zimba Warrior fourth, just 3 lengths off the lead, and another 2 to Big Buzz. They're covered by 4.5 lengths as they swing on to the backstretch behind Good Juju. 3/4 of a length to Direct Line in second, and then it's Zimba Warrior, who's racing in the clear, while third and only a length off the top pair. Settecento down at the rail, pushed along for a little bit more, and Big Buzz is very close, just 3 lengths off the lead. Half mile to go, and Direct Line has taken the lead away from Good Juju and puts a neck on him. Good Juju is in second. 2 more Zimba Warrior in third. Big Buzz inches up willingly outside of him, and Settecento is down at the rail. It is Direct Line who got the upper hand and put away Good Juju. Opens up 3 lengths now with a quarter of a mile to go, and Direct Line widening at will. Direct Line, 4-length advantage, turning for home. Good Juju is down at the rail. In between rivals, Settecento, Big Buzz flattened out, Zimba Warrior outside of them, and now suddenly Good Juju is coming back at Direct Line. Direct Line, 2-length lead, Good Juju a solid second, but Direct Line has plenty left, and Direct Line a convincing score by almost 3 lengths. Good Juju second, Zimba Warrior, Big Buzz, and Settecento. Sneaker, first-time starter, will be the last one to load. They're in the gate. And they're off. Lamborghini, very fast. Quick Kate comes away in second. They're followed by OK Rose, who emerges out of the pack to be a joint third. And here's Sneaker moving up on the outside. So Sneaker moves right into contention and almost got lucky, now second, as they move behind Lamborghini. Lamborghini takes them into the first turn with a 2-length lead. Almost got lucky is in second, followed by Quick Kate. OK Rose up alongside in the pink. Sneaker backs off the pace with 4 to make up, and then Be a Goldfish. They swing on to the backstretch with Lamborghini 3/4 of a length to Almost Got Lucky. Another 2 back to the next pair of Quick Kate and OK Rose, who are racing together as one. Sneaker fifth, now 5 off the leader, and Be a Goldfish with a half mile to run. Lamborghini leads it by a little more than a length. Almost Got Lucky. Quick Kate hugs the rail in third. OK Rose is fourth. now more than 4 lengths off the leader. They're followed by Sneaker, who opts to go inside of OK Rose, and another 3 to Be a Goldfish as they approach the quarter pole. Lamborghini a length and a half. Quick Kate angles out for the drive second. Sneaker, OK Rose is next, top of the stretch. Lamborghini by 2. Quick Kate closing in steadily. A length and a half back to Sneaker in third, and OK Rose. Final furlong for Lamborghini with Quick Kate on the outside. And Quick Kate is right up to her, and Quick Kate wears her down to score. Lamborghini was second. Then it's a photo for third that goes to Sneaker in front of OK Rose. Renegade, and they're off. Quincy Market is going straight to the front. Hondo Crouch, though, is very quick as well. Delmar Jerry and Bendetti Joe, 4 of them vie for the lead as Quincy Market now backs off that battle. And Dual Threat is just outside of him. 5 lengths front to back with Delmar Jerry the quickest. And going to the 6 furlong pole, clear by a length and a half while under a tight hold. Bendetti Joe is in second. Hondo Crouch settles beautifully in third. Then Dual Threat and Quincy Market. Onto the backstretch, and it's Delmar Jerry leading the way. Has it by a length and a half now to Bendetti Joe in second. 2 more to Hondo Crouch by himself in front of Dual Threat. And inside of them is Quincy Market. Quincy Market is inching forward now to take fourth. They're coming to the half-mile pole, chasing Delmar Jerry. Delmar Jerry and Bendetti Joe are 1-2. Hondo Crouch now worked upon, asked for a bit more in third. Down at the rail, Quincy Market is on even terms with him, and Dual Threat is outside of that pair. It's been all Delmar Jerry thus far. Delmar Jerry with a 3-length lead. Hondo Crouch now takes second. Bendetti Joe inside of him. And at the rail, it's Quincy Market. They turn for home, and Delmar Jerry with plenty left hugs the rail and kicks away. It's a 5-length lead, and the rest of them lining up. Dual Threat on the far outside. Between rivals, Hondo Crouch. A 16th to go, and it's a complete runaway for Delmar Jerry. Delmar Jerry trouncing the competition. Wins by 5 easy lengths. Dual Threat completes the exact in front of Hondo Crouch. And then it was Bendetti Joe. Bring the gate. And they're off. Not the best of beginnings for Let's Have One More. It's a quick start for Smiling Jojo. Mischievous Dylan is up and on the pace, just ahead away second. Then Sharp Lorenzo, 2 off them in third, and Audible Silence comes through, takes the third spot. Midnight Love and Mr. Chevis are also right together as they head past the half-mile pole. That group is followed by Sunset Storm, who's on the outside. In between rivals comes Polis. And Mr. Chevis is losing ground steadily. Naka Naka is next, and the distant trailer is Let's Have One More. They're approaching the quarter poles, Smiling Jojo, but now a wide and good bid from Sharp Lorenzo. And Sharp Lorenzo is up to battle for the lead. In between horses, Midnight Love is in the thick of it too as they come to the 8th pole. It's Sharp Lorenzo and Midnight Love. Sharp Lorenzo continues that big bid and starts to pull away and put them all away. Sharp Lorenzo and Giovanni Franco will prove far too strong, winning by 3 easy lengths. Midnight Love was second. Photo for third went to Audible Silence in front of Smiling Jojo and then Mr. Chevis. We have a great flight line. We're in the gate. And they're off. Antibes is out very alertly, so is Ghostly Act in the center of the course, and they're joined by Be Punctual. So those three vie for command. Just in behind them, it's Dark Marcus and Get the Gold Right Together, followed by Topper's Wager. Maxville is down at the rail, and Bert's Prospect, the early trailer. Antibes sets the pace and leads by a length and a half. Ghostly Act is in second, followed at the rail by Get the Gold and Be Punctual, 4 off the lead. Dark Marcus taken in hand fifth with 5 to make up, 2 clear of Maxville, inside Topper's Wager, and another couple to Bert's Prospect. They swing on to the backstretch with Antibes leading narrowly, getting some mild pressure from Ghostly Act in second. Still 2.5 back to Get the Gold and Be Punctual, who are side by side past the half-mile pole. Dark Marcus is racing in fifth. 2 more lengths to Topper's Wager. Bert's Prospect now inches up outside of them, takes the 6th spot and moving up nicely. And down at the rail comes Maxville. Midway on the far turn, Antibes and Ghostly Act stride for stride. Get the Gold is racing in third. They're followed by Be Punctual fourth. Bert's Prospect takes fifth on the outside of Dark Marcus. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's a wide open scramble at this stage. Antibes, desperate, Ghostly Act alongside, and now moving up in between is Get the Gold. Get the Gold with a sweet trip, takes the lead with a 16th to go, and pulls away. It's Get the Gold. Get the Gold will win it easily by about 3.5, 4 lengths. Tight photograph for second. Maxville split rivals with Ghostly Act in that photo as well. Then it was Antibes and a battle between Bert's Prospect and Dark Marcus completing the super high five. Will win it easily by about 3.5, 4 lengths. Tight photograph for second. Maxville split. Lansdowne to the outside stall. And they're off. Elevado was out alertly. There goes Ferociously. Lansdowne came away in the top flight, and they're joined by Conch Daddy, who's up to take second. As they run down the back stretch, it's Ferociously a length to Conch Daddy and Lansdowne. Another 3 back to Magnificent Ride, who moves up into fourth. They're followed at the rail by Elevado, who broke on top. Curly Issa is racing in between horses, and 10th Street Dawn passing rivals on the outside within 5 lengths of the pacemaker. Then Hot Memories racing on the inside of Big Splash, and it's another 3 to Muhammad Ali. Midway on the far turn. And the leader is Ferociously by just about a neck, with Lansdowne pressing second. 4 more Magnificent Ride is 3 deep in third. They're followed at the rail by Elevado. 10th Street Dawn has about 8 lengths to make up at the furlong pole, where Lansdowne is trying to get by. And on the inside, Elevado is coming alive late. In between them, Ferociously. These 3 line up. On the outside, Lansdowne, Elevado at the rail, and Ferociously in between. It's Lansdowne by a head. It's going to be very close. Lansdowne got his head down when it counted. Ferociously was second. Elevado finished third. And then came a photo between Curly Issa and 10th Street Dawn.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and thank you for joining us here at Santa Anita Park. I'm Michelle Yu, and this is Quigley's Corner. I am so pleased to be joined not by Tom Quigley today, who is still under the weather, but by Jessica Pyfer. And again, I forgot to wear my Hawaiian shirt. You didn't wear a Hawaiian shirt either.
No, it's New Year's Eve. We got to wear sparkles.
Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, my hair actually has sparkles in it. Can you see from where you're at?
I can see.
Okay,
Very cute.
because I started with a sparkly top. It was a little risque for TV. I'm not gonna for cable TV, right? That is for sure. It would not have been appropriate. So I had to change tops, and like 3 tops later, end up in very plain black. And I'm like, poop. I need some sparkles. So
Later.
My eyes are sparkly and my hair is sparkly. It's what happens when you get old. You lose some of your shimmer.
You're not old, Michelle.
Oh, that's so nice. Tell me again.
You're not old.
So Jessica Pyfer and I will be on the set later on, but of course we're going to tool through the card, quick style here. And I want to know, did you have a New Year's resolution from last year?
No.
Okay.
I think a few years ago, it was, instead of saying bless you when someone sneezes, to add the God bless you in part. I feel like that gets left out a lot. But this year,
But what if someone,
last year,
I mean, that could be very polarizing.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's what I wanted.
Whatever
I want.
I have never heard that New Year's resolution ever.
Very
okay.
weird
Include
resolutions.
God more. I'm all right. All right. What about this year? Are you going to have one?
I don't think so.
Same.
Yeah, nothing. Boring.
I do have another proposition for you, though.
Yes.
Zoe Cadman and I do. Dry January?
No, thank you. Nope. Not trying.
No?
No.
I'll tell you what, the first year it was very strange, and now it's like a lot better. It's pretty easy until the last like 3 days of the year. And last year I quit early because we went to Pegasus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, on the 29th, sorry. I'll make up that 2 days somewhere else down the line.
No, I need my glass of wine at night. That's not happening.
We could drink the non-alcoholic. We
No.
moved to Heineken Zeros.
I've seen Zoe drinking those when she passes by my house.
Yeah.
but No,
Not
thank
when
you.
not when she's driving. Even
No.
if they are zero, just,
Walking.
walking. I can just picture Zoe out now. Zoe loves, we have new water bottles here at Santa Anita, and instead of them being like plastic, they look like Coors Lights. And so Zoe just loves to tool around with those. And everyone's like, are you drinking beer? And she's like, no.
No.
All right. So no New Year's resolution, no dry January.
No.
But you know what? Jess has a new job.
A little bit, yeah. I was previously working for my stepdad, Philip D'Amato, and Richard Mandela kind of a little bit towards the end of the morning. However, now I am just working salary for trainer Mark Glatt, who is leading trainer right now.
It was like literally, I was like, Jess, opening day, Mark went 3 for 3, wins the stake. I'm like, Jess, how many of these are you getting on? She's like, all of them.
No. Only been there for a week, so don't get on those yet. But
all I know is if that's the juju that you bring, I'm in Barn 78. Love you to come by.
leading trainer to leading trainer.
Right? I know. She's like, sorry, Dad. I see where
Yeah.
you sit right now.
Yeah, no.
I mean, how many wins does Phil have right now? Is he's still on the duck without you?
He still has a few.
Oh.
He's doing good. But, working with family is always difficult.
What
so,
horse do you miss the most?
Freedom Lass.
Oh, really?
Freedom Lass is a very special filly, and she only likes girls. And when we got her from Bill Spar, he said, you have to get on her because she only likes females. And it's true. Multiple people have gotten on her when I'm gone for a day or so, and she'll flip over or get loose. So sometimes you, as a rider, you really just have a good connection with a horse. And that was my connection.
Do you gallop around, you see her, and you're like, Freedom Lass?
My mom was on one of my other favorites this morning. I was like, oh. But, he's still my dad. So I can still go in the barn at least. And I've been going almost every day and giving them carrots and petting them. So at least I still have that. I can still go over there.
You can still go over there. You just can't ride them.
Yeah.
I feel that way actually when we break all of our babies and we bring them to the track, and like we'll have like the babies that I really like, that I ride that are nice and kind to me.
Mhm.
And then I'll see like Emily on them and I'm like, maybe I should come get on you. Just,
Yes.
And then I realize, oh no, I don't want to do that.
Exercise rider, Michelle.
Too big for that. Those days are so far gone. I mean, I don't mind getting on my pony, but like other than that, it has never been like the most fun thing. Like it was a it was a moment for sure. And like, it was like cool to be like doing it, but like, it was never like, I can't wait to go left fast. Like, you know, I don't like the gates. I don't like the breeze. Like, put me on a polo pony, send me down the field hanging off. I'm good. Like, tell me, Michelle, go as fast as you can, turn left.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Well, when I come off the track on the Mark Glatz, literally at a pure gallop as they're leaping in the air, I think about it sometimes.
Jess,
like,
you got to bend one over. All right. That's what you got to do.
That's my mom's style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, your mom is like.
You know what's funny is my mom galloped for Mark Glatt when she was my age. And actually, Mark brought her down to Southern California galloping for him. And that's how she kind of met my dad, Phil, was she kind of switched over to Mike Mitchell. So it's really funny how like Teo, the assistant, was there when my mom was there. And now I'm there. So it's kind of a funny,
Mark
way.
The matchmaker. The other person so great at making matches is Frank Miramati. He is standing by right now with the scratches and changes.
Track is fast. The turf course is rated as firm today. And the rail on the turf out 10 feet. The first race, there's no high five-wagering. Scratch number 4, Sydney Street. Scratch number 7, Hurricane Cloud. No high five-wagering. It's the start of the early pick 5. Santa Anita Park's morning line odds maker John White has issued a revised morning line with the new morning line favorite number 6, Flavius, at 6-5. Race 2 begins the early pick 4. No changes. In the third race, we have a blinker note. Fourth starts the $1 traditional pick 6. Number 6 are Swervin' Gervin, £1 over. Turning to the fifth, we begin the $3 all-turf pick 3 as well as the 50-cent late pick 5. No changes in race 5. Blinker note in the sixth, kicking off the late pick 4. The seventh is the Lady of Shamrock Stakes. Program scratch of number 2, Luminiferous. Eighth race starts the golden hour pick 4. No changes. Ninth program scratch of the 1. Note that number 10, Baby Waylon, £2 over. Enjoy your day at the Great Race Place. We do race again tomorrow, Dollar Day. Special New Year's program. Let's go back to the studio. Michelle Yu and Jessica Pyfer will look through the card.
Thank you so much, Mirman, for the, we just had lots of sound coming out here. Okay. For the scratches and changes for today, very minimal. And we'll talk about this card now a little bit more in depth. I don't want you to give away all your secrets because you're on the set today with us.
Yeah. So I have to save some.
Yeah, you have to give us just enough and like tease it up for later.
Okay.
All right. Let's try with race number 1, which I felt like was a really good race, and we did lose 2 important horses out of it. It's still a contentious race, but I think it was a touch better before the scratches. Open $40,000 claimers here and a 6-5 favorite on Flavius. Richard Baltus back here with his first starter, and it's hard to go against him with the scratches. Sydney Street.
Exactly. I had Sydney Street in my picks as well, but exactly. I think it's going to be chalk today for the first race. Flavius. I'm so happy Richard Baltus is back, by the way. I talked to him a few weeks ago, and he was really excited to get back. And he's had his horses over at San Luis Rey, so he's training over there for now. Once he gets quite a bit more, I think he'll bring him back over here to Santa Anita Park. But really fun to have Richard Baltus back in the entries, and that's why I go with Flavius. He has the most class in the field, I think. However, I did like Sydney Street as well.
All right. Why run 2 when 1 will do? 6-5 right now for Flavius. Well, since it was so chalky, let's just go ahead to race number 2 then. This is going to be a $16,000 claiming event. Non-winners of 2 life here. This is going to be fillies sprinting 5.5 furlongs. Are you with the favorite or against the favorite?
I have the 5 in this race, and I just thought it was really interesting. When I first saw this, I said, Mario Gutierrez on a Jesus Uranga horse. That is really interesting, isn't it, Michelle? And I was like, Matt Nakatani, his agent, he has to know something. Like, there has to be something playing in here. So I went and asked him the other day, and it turns out the owner is friends with Mario, and they're from Canada, and he decided to ride the horse for him. But I actually really like this horse. He has speed. Jesus Uranga had a winner the other day on Friday, a really nice one that kind of shocked everyone. So, you know, I really like the connections in here, and I think Mario Gutierrez off a year layoff with this horse is working well. And I mean, I still think they know something that they're not telling me.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the phone call goes something like, oh no, like I know Mario. Yeah. But this horse is live. Like, he's totally live. He's gonna, you know, it's not just a, hey, throw me a bone.
Yeah, it has to have something to do with it. It has to be a horse that can run okay.
Plus, you got the possibility there from the outside of being lone speed, right?
Yeah.
If you're setting the tempo going 1,000 yards, you're for sure setting the tempo going 5.5.
Yeah, and coming off a layoff, he's probably fresh as well. So I definitely like 3.0 for trainer Jesus Uranga. I put the favorite, Our Girl's Worth It, underneath. I was hoping Val Brinkerhoff would get some winners yesterday. I think you were too.
Yes.
But he didn't, so I'm hoping Val gets today. I told him this morning I was going to root for him.
Well, I know he got the best turned out yesterday, so at least he gets a little something to take back to the barn. Race number 3 is going to be a maiden special weight affair, going to be running on the grass. Do note the rails are set at 10 feet. Yesterday, our turf course was listed as good. We are back to listed as firm, just so you guys are all aware. And I mean, for me, this race was a little on the challenging side. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go inside or outside. What about you?
Exactly. I couldn't figure it out in the beginning. I ended up going with the number 1 Bolts Broad just because I've really liked her every single time she's ran.
That's my problem. Every single time she's ran and she's 0 for 12.
Yeah. However, she always runs good. And I think this field it's not the best she's ever ran in. Last time, the winner of that race that she ran second to, Lakota Spirit, ran in the stake yesterday. So there's some back class. She's ran in first condition races when she's still a maiden, and she ran second. So that's why I had to go with her. I don't mind the rail draw because I think she's going to save ground. She's going to tuck back and tuck in. And so I like that with her. However, just to spread it out a little bit, I added the 7 in there, 30 carats for trainer David Hoffman's. Coming off a layoff, I will say I didn't love the works on this horse. He's got 6 furlong works in her. However, it seems like she does lug out quite a bit around the turns. However, she straightens up down the lane. And I think David Hoffman's always tries to get him ready with those 6 furlong works.
So now if you have a horse that lugs out, in theory, would you want them to be inside of horses because like it'll be a natural barrier, or would you prefer to be outside and just let them float so you don't bang into anybody?
Inside for sure. I think when you're on the inside and you have a horse that lugs out, it's always nice to have someone outside of you that can hold you in. No, literally hold you in. It happens all the time in races. I know Ricky Gonzalez was on a horse for Phil Oviedo the other day in the stake race, and he's a horse that lugs out, and he was like, thank God I drew the 1 hole so somebody can hold me in the whole time.
That horse ran so good, by the way.
He ran so good. But yeah, it's something that as a jock, you really want someone to be holding you in so your horse knows they can't just.
So now, I mean, this horse had some speed last time too. Does JJ like, I don't want to say miss the break, but like kind of like try to hold back at the break a little bit to to try to get over to get himself inside a little bit more? Or do you just have to let the horse be themselves?
I think he breaks and goes. I honestly think he's going to be the fastest. He has the outside post, so however he breaks, he can kind of depend what he wants to do out of the gate. However, I think if he just breaks and goes and gets to the rail and gets to the lead, I think it's the best case scenario for this horse. You've seen him tuck back and not be on the lead before and not run as well, where last time he was on the lead easy. He went pretty easy fractions at 23 and 47 and ran his best race of his life. So I think that's probably what they'll be planning again today.
Are you going straight from work out to like the nightclub?
No, Michelle.
What do you mean?
We're drinking champagne later and then I'm going home.
You have like, Jess has like leather pants on.
And heels.
And, oh my gosh, and heels. And you got like big old diamond. I mean, like are you sure you're not like heading out to LA?
You told me to dress better today, okay?
I'm just trying to follow your dress better. I just said dress with a little bit more color. I mean, technically you're wearing a lot more color today. I wish this was like a Twitter poll scenario where I could say like, do you like when Jess wears beige or do you like when Jess wears color? And we could ask the people out there.
We already know the answer.
It's going to be color. All right. Race number 4, going to be a starter or allowance nominators of one other than 7 furlongs is the distance here, and ladies going up for it.
Yeah, I think Llorona, the favorite here, 4 to 5 on the morning line.
Wait. It's Llorona.
Llorona.
Llorona. Have you not seen the movie Coco?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Not my favorite, though.
Sorry, we have a quick timeout. I'm going to replace my guest. Okay, there is a song that like the grandma skeleton sings, right? Llorona. It's like a Latin American fable or whatever it is, and Llorona is the weeping woman, and she's by Wasted Tears or Out of Wasted Tears. So
Very
you get that
name.
right. So such a good name, but you have to get the name right.
Llorona.
And she
I
sings
can't roll my eyes.
la
sorry.
la 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 Llorona, Llorona. But
Cut to Michelle's singing break.
right, that's when the bell would drop dead. Okay, we're so off the rails on this New Year's Eve show. Let's watch her. Breaking her maiden.
This is Breaking Her Maiden, first time out down at Del Mar. I was getting on her before this. We really liked her in the barn. She had always worked well up to her race. She does wear that outside little cup blinker that's fully closed. She was lugging out in a few of her work, so Richard Mandela decided to put her in a Houghton bit one time and put that outside closed blinker on her, and she never did it again. You can see in that race she was very straightforward. She has the speed. If you have a knock against her, I would say that race last time was not very difficult. Those horses, none of them came back to win. The Sultry Kitten, the horse that ran third in that race, is one of my dad's. She's nothing special. So if you were to knock her, I would say that maybe wasn't such a good race. However, she did get a 79 buyer. She came back and has worked really well with a filly by the name of Ice Dancing, who is a stakes winner. So I think she is definitely the logical choice in here.
What about the 7 furlongs for her? Because she's first time versus winners, obviously. The rest of this field here has so many races, just from a fitness standpoint, to go 7. Would you, if you were training, would you have preferred to go shorter or 2 turns rather than this like long sprint 7?
I don't think it's going to matter for her. I think Richard's going to have her tuned in and ready, and you can see her drawing away in that last race. Like the 6 furlongs was nothing for her. It was basically a gallop. So.
And really, she's bred to run on the grass. I mean, she's by Mendelssohn. Wasted Tears was a fantastic turf horse.
Yeah, I think eventually you'll probably see that as well. But let's see if we can get a Kentucky Oaks filly in the making.
If I'm not mistaken, when Bart had Wasted Tears, he would chip woolly her and he would haul her around. She didn't like to fly, and she was a little quirky about her shipping, and he would transport her himself in his horse trailer. Seriously, I'm pretty sure when she came out like to Hollywood Park, I think for like the matriarch or something, and he hauled her himself like from Texas.
Good horseman. I will say, though, my second choice in here, the number 1, Christie's Tiger for trainer Lee Barosio, has been training phenomenal in the mornings. Works on XBTV on December 16th. Really impressed me with a work in 47 and change. And that's definitely my under choice on Llorona.
All right. Oh, you got the name right. Race number 5, starter race, 6 furlongs on the grass. Once again, for fillies. Got a lot of the ladies out here running today.
I think this race is really interesting to me because I looked at you and Zoe's picks this morning, and you both singled the number 4, Rugalich, and I do not like Rugalich
really
at all. I have seen the works on XBTV recently. She carried her head really high up in the air, did not finish very well. I love Ron Ellis as a trainer, but I did not like her works coming to this race.
All right,
Form.
So you like another horse, though.
I do. I really love another horse in here.
You love another horse. Okay.
Fast Giselle, the number 5. This is her working about just a few days ago, actually. A lot of these horses coming into race today have worked on December 26th because of the few days that the racetrack was closed before. But this is Fast Giselle on the outside, actually working with a horse by the name of Huron Bay that's in the race prior, race number 4. So
that's the California Gold Rush foal, right?
Yes, we'll see how Huron Bay runs in that to maybe see how fast Giselle is going to run in this race, but has never raced on turf before, has raced on synthetic. However, I love the way she is working coming into this race. They have a work on XBTV the week before as well, where she was working by herself in 101, worked just as good as she is here. You can see the rider not moving an inch on her. And she just looks so powerful, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
She has kind
She's
of a
very
high knee
stout.
action. Yeah, so it makes me think that she'll like the turf. But her works coming to this race have been so impressive to me. And actually, I was coming to the track with Ricky Gonzalez, and he was like, "What do you like in this horse?" And I showed him this work, and he's like, "Okay, I get it. So I really like how she is coming to this race. I love these works that I'm seeing for trainer Neil's Drydesdale. And there's so much. I don't know what to do with the rest of these horses in this race. The outside two for trainer Jeff Mullins, they both have speed. What is he going to tell them to do? The ones coming off a year layoff are Valentina, number 7. I've ridden her before. She needs the lead. I've also ridden the number 8, Inner Beauty, who's also just kind of a runoff, and you can't really take her back. So I think both the outside Jeff Mullins are going to go and hopefully get tired, and that's when Fast Giselle can just be sitting right behind them with that speed that she has and get the win.
I mean, that is the one drawback for me with the 4-horse is she has speed too, and there is that speed on the outside that she's going to have to decide what to do. She has the inside draw, but that means the outside pressure. So maybe not the best trip for her either. All right, just trying to give us an interesting horse there with the 5, Fast Giselle. Race number 6 going to be a $12,500 claiming race, 6.5 on the main track here. Oh, finally get some boys.
Yeah, this is an interesting race as well. I thought you could go so many different ways in here. I eventually chose to go with the number 6, Mr. Mason, for Libardo Rivera, which is a name that you don't really hear that much. However, those races at Golden Gate that he's been competing in have been pretty difficult. I think this is quite a good drop for him to be leveled up to the Santa Anita horses, and has run really well on the synthetic. I don't usually like synthetic crossing over to dirt. However, I think this horse just has been way more consistent than any of the other horses in this race.
And this horse has a decent dirt effort as well over at Fresno with a victory against Starter Company back in the day. Also, can we point out the 8 Whoa Buddy? He is 9 years old. He'll be 10 tomorrow, and this is his 72nd lifetime start. I just think it's cool. I love warrior horses.
That's awesome. And it's actually going to be his last time being able to race here at Santa Anita Park, because once he turns 10 tomorrow, he won't be able to run here anymore. So let's hope he goes out with a win, right?
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah.
I feel like they do make exceptions for horses, but I think they have to be stakes horses.
Yeah, I think
right?
so too.
I don't think that they're going to let you run anymore. But that is...
He can go run somewhere else.
Hope but I mean, he obviously likes it here. I hope he goes out a winner.
I do too.
So Whoa Buddy at age 9, the oldest horse running on the program today. Now, race number 7 is going to be our feature race. It is the Lady of Shamrock Stakes, 1 mile on the turf course. Once again, fillies lining up.
I think Ruby Nell is a standout in here. 3 to 5.
3 to 5, deservedly so then, huh?
Yes, I do. She is just class of the class. She broke bad last time. I totally throw out that last race, the Matriarch at Grade 1. It was very tough company that time with Fluffy Socks, Surge Capacity, shippers coming from the East Coast. I really like her in here. She's been working really well. They've kind of just been maintenance works coming up into this. I think they know she's fast enough. They know she's fit enough. So now it's about just kind of getting her to come into this race nicely.
Now, wait. Now, Jess says, I love this horse. I'm looking at your picks, Jessica Pyfer. Yes. I see a single in race 1. I see a single in race 5. But in this race, I do not see a single.
That is because the number 3, Irish
I love
Patsy,
this horse so much.
The 3, Irish Patsy, here she is working on December 24th, stopped me in my tracks and made me put her in here. I think she is working phenomenal in this work. She is on the inside with actually Umberto Rispoli aboard her in this work, which he will be aboard her today as well. And look at the PPs. Umberto is undefeated on her, has rode her twice at a mile on the turf in allowance 50s, and has won both times. So maybe they just have a connection, because I see this in this work. He's on the inside of her, working her really nicely, and maybe they just have that connection, because this work was outstanding to me. She's going to go out towards the end to go 6 furlongs. The horse on the outside is just going to the wire. However, the horse on the outside cannot keep up with her, and Umberto is just sitting. He is not moving her at all. You can see as he gets to the wire, he's just going to kind of ask her to finish up a little bit, to work out to the 7/8 pole. And I really like how he's barely moving on her, and she's just lengthening her stride more and more as she goes.
Nice job, Jess, coming with some price horses for us. Even if you like the 3 to 5 favorite and 8 to 1 on the morning line, Irish Patsy, definitely worth a look there in our feature race on the day. Okay, I asked Zoe yesterday, I'll ask you, what's up with Justique? How come we're still running 2 turns? Why are we back to 1 turn with this filly?
Yeah, I don't know. Dirt to turf, they're just trying everything, which I don't blame John for. He's one that likes to kind of see where they can go with it. But it seems like she's a little bit of a funny filly to ride in the mornings as well. And I don't know. I don't know if maybe just they're waiting for her to get older to grow up a little bit.
They're like,
so they're
excuse
just
me,
like,
miss, tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think they're just kind of throwing her all over the place just to see like when the switch is going to click on again. But I don't know. Obviously her best races have been short on the dirt, but actually her buyer numbers have not really decreased that much. The Autumn Miss grade 3 last time, she ran an 86 buyer, ran 4th. So it wasn't terrible. She was 24 to 1 that day. She ran against Anisette and Ruby Nell. So that was tough competition as well.
All right. Race number 8, going to be an allowance non-winners of 2, going 1 mile on the main track. And this is a compact field, but I felt like you could throw a dart at these horses.
I agree completely. The 2 inside horses, RM and McLaren Vale, definitely have the class to do it. However, I lean towards the 2 outside horses. I think Arrow the Great is training really well coming into this race. You can see his workouts on XBTV as well. We have a lot of workouts for a lot of these horses today. So I think XBTV is definitely a key for these horses running today, especially the ones off the layoff. But Arrow the Great has been training really good. Does come back to a mile today, which is his best distance. I think the 2 times he's ran a mile, he's won very easily. So I definitely like that. And then I put Ghost of Midnight, the number 5, underneath. This horse has done nothing wrong in his 4 career starts. He is stretching out to a mile for the first time. That's the reason I put him underneath. He just hasn't done it before. However, I don't really think it's going to be a problem for him.
All right. And the finale for this Sunday card, heading over to the grass, 1 mile for Calbred 2-year-old maiden special weights. This is another field that is, I mean, it's a big field, and it's just like anyone could win this, really. If you can single me a horse, I'll be like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, even in my like turf pick 3, I just had to start throwing horses away and be like, nope, even though I can make a case for them.
I totally agree with you. The only reason I put Stagger Lee, the number 7, on top is because he's had 2 sprints to a route, and
Perfect.
I really like that.
I'm glad you read my book. So nice.
Yeah, the 2 sprints to a route, should have fitness, didn't run bad in either one of those sprints, and I think just doesn't have that turn of foot to do the sprint. I think he's always really broken a little bit slow, so I think going a mile, he won't be as far back as he has the last few times, and he'll come with a more steady kick at the end.
Oh, well, Jess, what if I told you that Stagger Lee was not going to run in this race now? I'm being told we have right now just being scratched.
No.
I know. Come on.
No.
Is that real, Brian Martinez? It's true? Okay. Literally breaking news, scratch, Stagger Lee. So I'm going to go.
So sad.
What am I going to do now?
I know. I had second, Baby Waylon, the number 10 for Wayne Baker, is coming in, had a mile on the turf start already, which I think is a plus. Didn't run terrible, ran second by a nose over at Golden Gate. And those being the special weights can actually be a little bit more difficult than we think coming from Golden Gate. Has tactical speed. So that would be my choice now.
Wow.
However, the number 8, Kiss for Lula, I'm actually shocked that this horse is 6 to 1 on the morning line. Hasn't really run a bad race in its life, and has gone the mile on the turf as well.
Oh, another Val Brinkerhoff.
Yeah.
Poor Val has to carry all of us on this on this set. All right, so that was a look at our 9 races on card for today, this Sunday. Don't forget, we do have racing tomorrow as well. It is Dollar Day. What do you eat on your dollar hot dog?
Relish. Number 1, relish.
Really?
Love relish on my hot dogs. And ketchup.
You are the strangest person I have ever met. I bet you Zoe puts mayo on hers, though.
I like mayo.
Well, Zoe doesn't eat meat, but if she did, I bet you Zoe would put mayo.
What about
on
you?
hers. Ketchup, purist, and doused in like this, like that much ketchup. Like You know what I tell when I go to
Purist.
when I go to McDonald's and I'm like, can I get some ketchup, please? And they give me like 3 packets, which annoys me. I tell them, I would like as much ketchup as you would give your mom for Christmas if you were giving your mom ketchup for Christmas. And they're always like, and I'm like, thank you. That is what I need. I don't need 3. Like I ordered 40 chicken McNuggets, 4 large fries, and like 8 cheeseburgers, and they give me like 3 packs of ketchup.
Packets of ketchup.
Like, what is the deal?
That's what I do at In-N-Out, the spread sauce.
Oh,
5 at least.
I don't like the spread sauce.
5 at least.
Also, Eclipse Award voting is coming up. Are you a voting member? No, not yet, huh? We're gonna get you a voting member.
I won an Eclipse Award though.
Well, then you're an expert. I want to ask, who do you think Horse of the Year should be?
Cody's Wish.
Who do you think Trainer of the Year should be?
I saw your tweet this morning. I'm on your side. Belmont.
I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get this is a ground roots movement on my part. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Do you think there's gonna be any surprises in any of the categories?
I haven't looked into it really deep, Michelle, but
okay.
Just off of my own.
Do you ever look at your Eclipse Award?
Every day.
Where is it?
Except I think it's really weird that the rein is not connected to the horse.
Where does it hang?
It's just like up in the air.
Really?
Yeah. And the rider's hands are not connected to the rein. So just like the rein is like there.
Is it like rounded? Is that why? So
yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
that's interesting.
You could like get a thing and like poke a hole through the hands and like lace it through. Right?
I'm not touching that thing.
Where do you keep it?
It's on our like mantle kind of.
You're going to bring it in one day so we can all hold it?
You guys have seen one before.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's yours. Like usually it's just generic ones that we get to see.
Okay, fine.
All right, Jess going to bring it in. Maybe next year. All right, we're 35 minutes to go before the opener here for a Sunday. Again, don't forget we have racing tomorrow. We are fast and firm today for the Sunday card. 9 races on tap. We've got the early pick 5, the late pick 4, the pick 6, the turf pick 3, as well as the golden hour races coming up. So we'll look forward to seeing you in just under 30 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.